Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sephonie. A couple of things. I had not been thinking about this at all, but just as I started playing for this session, I figured why not just play each session with with a different character, just so we feature them all. I've been playing a lot as Amy, just because, I don't know. I mean, she kind of looks the most athletic, right? And we're doing a lot of very insane platforming here. So it seemed kind of appropriate, but I want to give everyone their time to shine. Also, you might notice it, or maybe not, I did reduce the field of view a little bit, reducing the fisheye lens effect, which I kind of considered a stylistic choice to have it as relatively high as it was by default. I want to say it was pretty much like that in Anodyne 2 as well. I don't know if there was an option there to reduce it. And I don't really technically mind it, like it doesn't make me dizzy or anything. Apparently it can cause motion sickness in some people. But I just, as I talked about a couple of times, I found it difficult to just gauge distances appropriately, and having it a little bit reduced might help with that. Anyway, you know, we can experiment with it. But yeah, it doesn't, I mean, everything does look way less distorted now. It was at 85% or 85 whatever it is actually, and now it's down to 70. And yeah, it seems a little bit more natural to me now. And I guess we're just gonna move forward now, and it looks like we'll be getting to that purple shaded, oh god, wow, great start, wonderful, entrance that's on the other side of that tree. We just fell down. Yeah, there we go. You see it. I mean, you saw it last time. Okay. This stuff. So, what's the idea here? To avoid most of it by doing something like that? Yeah, maybe? Okay. Clearly, we're going to be getting some sort of ability that helps with not dying to that stuff. Oh god. Oh god. That's okay, I guess. I wanted to land up there just to see if there maybe was something somewhere to get to. That's probably too far to just run through that stuff. Although I do wonder if I do a sprinting start, land somewhere near the edge, sprint just a little bit longer without dying, and jump off. But that might be too far still. Let's follow the more obvious path of jumping clouds that they set up for us here. But where do we want to go after that one? I guess we can fall all the way down that way. Oh god. And land on this. Okay, yeah. No! Why? Why would you do such a thing? Well, this is definitely a pretty costly, well, in terms of time, run back if you die somewhere along this section here, by this game standards. Yeah, well, my aim is definitely a little bit off today. It's not like I took a very long break from playing or anything, like I sometimes do. It's just that I guess I'm still not 100% acclimated, I guess, to the controls for this game. I mean, platforming is really fun and rewarding when it works, but I find it also very easy to mess up when, you know, it seems like everything should be going okay. But that's probably mostly on me. Okay. Yeah, we're safely over land, I see. Oh, wait. Oh, we have... Okay, I mean, we technically have access to that, and also, this is actually on the other side of the entrance, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So this is actually the exact same little piece of land that I saw. I just saw that dark entrance over there from, you know, somewhere further away in the level, and I did not see this one here. And of course, without the ability to do something with those bird things, well, not really birds, but, you know, yellow flying blobs. I they more like reptiles or something? I mean, maybe a little bit. Very, very chunky pterosaurs, pterodactyls. Anyway, yeah, we'll see whether we get the ability to survive those poison fields or the ability to interact with birds. I feel like we kind of need the ability to interact with the birds because that would unlock places for us to go. Well, both would maybe unlock places to go, but well, we'll see. Why speculate when we can just reach that big purple flower thing? And learn. Hopefully not... well, not the hard way, no, we're just gonna find out. The question is, of course, is this level going to be quite as difficult for me as the one with the first key species was? Also, where do we actually go from here? Surely this has to be the right place to be. Do we just do something like this? Oh, okay. I can only assume that that was intended, and then we climb up on this side here. Oh, hey. We got a minor species here, presumably. Pretty flowers, and... Phew, guano. Oh, like that one species that we connected with last time. Yeah, guess it must have been last time. Talked about the guano, right? And the something bats? The seeds of these plants must have been carried around in the bats' digestive systems. This plant must have powerful roots, or some kind of corrosive chemical excretion. Look at how the cave wall is being carved out around it. Oh, okay, yeah. Can we somehow make use of that fact? Maybe not. Oh. Is it gonna repeat the same thing? Yeah, okay. Skip. Skip? Okay. Now, what are you? Oh, you're a one-time jump boost? Okay. Cool, and you are... Oh, you bounced me off the wall. So we probably don't want to touch you? Yeah, okay, so... That's just a bumper. Wait. Oh, hold on, how is this gonna work? That's clearly too far. Unless we can make it to that platform. No. Oh, we can wall run from there? Oh yeah, of course, okay. Get a boosted wall run, probably. Take aim first. Yeah, okay. And if I had actually jumped instead of just running off, I guess I waited just a little bit too long and I'd stop touching the wall. Yeah, okay. Much better. Okay. Can I not just grab the dandelion from here? Well, I guess this may be a little bit safer. Don't go away so far. Okay. Nice checkpoint. Yeah, I mean, we're almost to the top. Obviously, at this point. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah. And another checkpoint. So much easier. I must have been missing something in Thraskeos' room. Anyway, whatever. We're here. Pomelia, an angiosperm architect. Pomelia. Wow, the sight, the smell. What a specimen. Ingwen, are you blushing? No, you are. I'm not blushing, you are. Huh? What? Do I not? Am I? Alright, focus you two. Let's go. I don't know why they would be blushing. Oh, interesting. Wait. Locked spot, you can't place pieces here until satisfying a certain condition. Color bonding spot, overlapping, matching color. Yeah. Okay. Wait. And these are... Pomelia seed. Blocks pieces, turns into Pomelia fruit when its timer reaches 0. Oh, interesting. So... I guess I don't need to place anything on these surrounding tiles, but I guess I might as well. Oh, wait. What is this? Huh? It tells me what to place here? Oh, spot, you can't place pieces here. Never mind. Okay. Wait. Oh. My tiles were transported. Wait. Pomelia turns into Pomelia fruit. I guess the timer must have reached 0 without me really noticing or paying attention. It was at 4 to begin with, right? Yeah. And when it reached 0, I guess it teleported the surrounding tiles, like so. Intriguing. So, I guess... oh, but of course they are the wrong points. The wrong color of points. So if I just place the correct color tiles on here... Well, I mean, I kind of messed it up, mostly. Oh, the fruit. What's the fruit do? When your fruit blocks pieces, teleports surrounding cells when it's surrounded on all 4 sides. Wait. Oh, okay, specifically the sides, not the diagonal, so I actually have to put something there. So I can trigger it, it's not just... Yeah, you can see little red dots as well on 4 of the sides. Okay, fair enough. I understand. I guess I'll just put something there rather than not putting anything. Yeah, might as well. I mean, again, things don't have to be perfect. I'll just do that, and that's going to teleport them, and I'm actually going to get the extra points from those greens. Yeah, fair enough. The real question, of course, is what happens when there are already tiles here, right? Are they going to be overwritten? I'm going to guess so. Probably. Or the fruit just can't be triggered. One of the two, of course, but... I mean, I could be satisfied with just this, but of course it would be nice to have... No, I mean, I can no longer do that. Have, you know, the right color tiles on literally all sides. So... I guess... in that case, I might as well just do that. And the fruit must have spawned, and without even really appearing. That must have happened the first time as well, because I had already surrounded all 4 sides, so the fruit triggered the teleport effect triggered immediately. Alright, okay. Starting to learn. Or continuing to learn, I guess. This side is blue. So, I mean, in theory, if I... We have 8 more turns, so both of these will actually still teleport one more time. So if my theory is correct, and I can teleport... You know, override existing tiles like so. I want to just make sure that I have blue on these 3. Well, actually, I want to make sure I have blue on all of them. Which actually could be tricky, now that I think about it. In fact, that might be impossible. I guess I might as well try. Well, maybe with at least one of them. Just for my own personal... enjoyment. I'd have to put reds on all 3 of these tiles here if I want to make that one perfect. And if I don't... Yeah, it has to be a very specific tile that fits there. Just in case I can't do it, I might as well make sure I at least get some good points covering everything else, right? Connect those. Yeah, sure, why not? I'm probably not gonna get this one, so I might as well just add a bunch of points here. Ooh, this is a good one, but chances of actually... Hold on, unless... Oh, this is gonna teleport it, though. Oh, yeah, right. I don't need to cover all of the sides, actually. I just want to see if it teleports. Yeah, it does overlap. Nice. And that did fill out the green. I mean, you know. Completely unnecessary, but still satisfying to pull off, I guess. Oh, now we got rocks to make things more awkward, I guess. We don't want blue there at all, actually. We want blue here. Now that I know how it works, it's actually pretty easy to do this perfectly. Relatively easy. That's not actually helping anyone. I guess I can actually just do this and that. We want the green here, but we also want to get rid of that crap. We want to put a blue there. I mean, I need to get rid of the rocks. Whatever. I'm not gonna be able to perfect that one. That's okay. Do it like this so I have more options. Maybe. Oh, but then I basically... Oh, I can still fit the blue in there, actually. Like so. It's gonna teleport it away. And here we can add some more green, but yeah, basically completely removing the option of ever teleporting this one out. Can't really do much useful here. That red one that we're getting next is not gonna fit here, of course. Too bad. Now, dude, I don't know. I guess I'll just give up on this one mostly. Just make normal groups here. Yeah, that's not gonna work, so let's just put that here, connect those reds. Actually, that doesn't matter if I'm going to teleport them away. Now, is it... Sure. Hey, there we go. Yeah, that's a weird one. Okay. Ooh, complete the link. Yeah, okay. Nice. That was an interesting one. Kind of fun to try and play around with. I think our connection is succeeding. We're all growing closer. Pomelia, link with Pomelia achievement. Okay. Decoding data for angiosperm architect Pomelia. It reshapes the physical structure of Sephonie's cave network, using an elaborate system of chemical manipulation to deliver seeds with sculpturally additive or subtractive effects. Okay. An Onyx mindshare is coming. A lightspeed highway opens its doors. Thoughts, memories, feelings, hope race forth. A lonely receiver beyond time drinks the deluge, indulging. Borders, seas, airspace can't stop it. Change shines out, and its unstoppable ray pierces hearts and minds. An Onyx mindshare is here. Hey there, big bird. Ingwen Lin. Another day of summer school over. A seagull lands at the open window and distracts you from whatever your scraggly white English teacher is talking about. You're thankful he's taking the time to teach the class, but you could do without his occasional self-important sidetracking. Now he's showboating about a concept he learned in college, but it shifts to his weekend plans, of course, and he's going to Kaohsiung to enjoy the weather. Later, during a high school vacation, your family goes to southern Taiwan to visit Kaohsiung City. It's hotter than Taipei, but when the sun sets on the harbor near Pier 2 Art Center, the humid air cools down. You eat a fresh milk tea popsicle sweetened with Okinawan sugar. You can taste the sugar, but not the Okinawan. While your parents comment on how well kept the various buildings and shops are. As you sit at the harbor looking out across the water and toward the South China Sea, you feel happy to be Taiwanese, a citizen of this country. You feel pride that a society had accomplished so much since martial law. Not even just this fancy and once up-and-coming arts area, but the simplicity of a nice palm tree, a patch of grass, a harbor you can lean over and feel the breeze. I wish I could stay like this forever. But you can't. You stare into the sunset in denial, and when you finally accepted the day Taiwan and the world will keep going, and when your parents call for you, that's when you sigh, get up, and rejoin them. Your parents suggest that you all take a trip to Okinawa next, assuming the money and time for it appears. After all, it's far closer to Taiwan than Tokyo or Hokkaido would be. Time returns to the present. You feel you should get to know Ryo more. I wonder if Ryo's visited Okinawa. 50-50 chance that he has. I should ask him. Ingwen's data has been received. Okay. Ryo Hayashi. Right, we get one episode for each of them. Ryo in Okinawa. As it turns out. You find the sand beautiful and the sea clear. It's easy for you to forget that ever since Japan lost World War II, the Americans have held military bases here. I mean, easy to forget, but also why would you remember, necessarily? Like, over 100 years later? Things are peaceful now, but if some war broke out, the small island could quickly become a focal point of conflict. You also remember that Okinawa used to not be a part of Japan. Is that right? Must have been a while ago. Well, actually, I really don't know anything about the history of Japan. Well, I mean, nothing, but I guess I know more about like feudal times from various video games set there than about more recent history. Anyway, whatever. But these thoughts filter past your mind as you sip on a fruity drink and enjoy some barbecue, as you should when in Okinawa. Why think about crap like World War? Whatever. As a precondition to being here, you must agree to temporarily leave the history at home in Tokyo. You've earned this time to exist only in the present. Should you really be held accountable for it all? After all, you think, with a twinge of guilt, your family is from Taiwan, not Japan. Oh. Does Ingwen know that? Different country, different history. You're on vacation after finishing a major project at your lab. Finally. Shinji looks over at you and asks why the two of you don't go on trips more often. I don't know, you say. Work may be exhausting, but it feels like your hands are clasped on the wheel. Loosen your grip and you might lose control completely. Maybe Hawaii would be nice. You went once as a kid, but don't remember much. Probably a beach, a spam musubi, you're not sure. Maybe those memories are lifted from vlogs and ads. Time returns to the present and you remember Amy is from America. Has she visited Hawaii? Maybe we have that in common, I don't know. Ryo's data has been received. Amy Lim. Amy, it's a few years into your career, and you squeeze both a science conference and a family vacation into one trip to Hawaii. Of course. Your mom laughed at the idea, but she needed to go to the conference as the chief of your lab. Hawaii is very far from the United States, and you think it's strange for one state to be so remote from the others. You arrive in Hawaii. Soon the conference and vacation end. You go to the airport, and before you know it, you're back home in Bloomington, Illinois, as if the trip never happened. Later, you drive from Bloomington to Chicago. There's a ball being held for young Taiwanese professionals in the commercial Magnificent Mile area of the city. So she's also Taiwanese, of Taiwanese descent? I guess maybe that would make sense. That would also explain her unusual name. Well, I don't know if it's so unusual, but whatever. The formal dress code is surprisingly strict. You think as you squeeze into the long, shimmering gown that you haven't worn since the last ball, you enjoy the crisp clarity of a nice set of rules, but only if you understand their motivations. Taiwanese faces in American suits, dresses, ties, shoes, hairstyles, education, companies. If the dress code had nothing to do with Taiwanese culture, and everyone here is Taiwanese, why is everyone wearing these clothes? That's not a bad point. Who are we impressing with all this? The two Americans, non-Taiwanese Americans that are present, perhaps. But then you think back to a family banquet in Taiwan. Everyone was wearing similar formal clothes there too. You're not sure what you were expecting. Back at the ball, you talk to a few friends, then run into a past classmate and catch up. The two of you leave early to go walk to the snowy, frozen lakefront. The lake is cold, the horizon hazy. You pretend it's an ocean, and that goes on forever. One that goes on forever. To other countries and places, rather than ending in a stretch of factories in Gary, Indiana. The distant lights and smokestacks, perhaps an airship, a window to another world. Time returns to the present, and you remember that Ingwen lives in Taipei. You've been meaning to ask her about it, what life is like there, but you haven't had the time. I mean, you should have plenty of time now that you're on the island. There's just so much to do, always. There's so much for us to do. Amy's data has been received. 3 transmissions of flawless quality. The highway shines with beauty. A wonderful night out here. Lucky. Lucky. Connection complete. Fascinating. It's normal enough for a plant to disperse its seeds by attracting animals to eat its fruit, but Pomelia is able to grow several types of fruit and selectively activate them at different times. Upon activation, the fruits release an intense burst of hormones, which causes these long-tongued bats behind us to slurp them up. Bats, huh? Long-tongued? They have pretty long feet. Pretty short wings. I hadn't noticed their tongues yet. We should call them ribbats. Yeah, that's what that one creature referred to them as. Huh? Because they're like bats, but they have frog tongues. Ribbats. Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah. So as the fruits pass through the digestive tract of the ribbats, yeah, they release a continuous hormonal code that selectively amplifies or dampens the ribbats' hearing in each ear, warping the spatial data they receive via echolocation. What? Essentially, they steer them to different locations throughout the cave. Okay. And after the ribbats poop in the desired location, the seeds go to work. Some of them speed up erosion and wither acids. Speed up erosion with their acids. Others work indirectly, attracting worms to feed on their remains. Over time, the worm tracks become grooves that guide the flow of mineral waters to create speleotherm formations like stalactites and stalagmites. So Pomelia has the power to create and destroy rock formations throughout Sephonie. Kinda spooky. Oh, also requiring some very long-term planning. But, I mean, that's very impressive. Well, I think for Pomelia it's not about the power to create or destroy. Change is inevitable, and a leader uses perspective to help guide that change. Huh. I never thought of it that way. This new link data will allow us to go deeper. Why don't we keep exploring? Oh, okay. When the 3 of you look into the ocean, what do you see? The grinding and scraping of Earth's vast edge, shards of crust? Species bursting, branching, and dying beneath the surface in a cacophonous symphony? Or perhaps you see it through the stories handed down to you, stories of adventure and tribulation, stories of waiting for your lover to return, clutching tear-stained letters to your breast. Or does it hold your gentle, sun-bleached memories, screeching when your brother threw a slimy seaweed onto your shoulder, dropping down beneath the waves to be held briefly, completely by the water? Or maybe you see it in every way at once. And for all of the unfathomable nature of time and the blue blackness of depth and the dispassionate ubiquity of change, you still wish to feel seen, you still wish to be held, in just this single moment, before everything becomes something else. System? System is talking to us? Oh, hello. system, and thank you for the tutorial. When you are near a ribbit, an icon will now pop up. Press the jump button again in mid-air to unleash a burst of hormones, like Pomelia's fruit. How do we do that? How do we release a burst of hormones? The ribbit will pull you to its location with its frog-like tongue. You may use this ribbit grapple, so they are grapples, I knew it. Ribbit grapple technique to find shortcuts or to get to places you couldn't reach before. Awesome. That is exactly what I was hoping for. Yeah, about the hormones, I'm not so sure. I mean, let's not think about how exactly we release some sort of cloud of hormones. Because I could think of a couple of ways, but maybe not very pleasant. Oh, okay, so that's the icon. I was kind of waiting for it to turn yellow or something, like with the grapple, with the dash. But no, it's just like that. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's very easy to use. I like it. Easy and fun. Oh boy, and that probably unlocks a bunch of things for us, doesn't it? A bunch of re-exploration. I mean, we can easily return to the entrance now. Where, though? Oh god, where are there? There must be so many things. I remember... What do I remember? Actually, I'm not sure. Do I even remember anything? No, there was that one ledge with a creature that we couldn't reach. But that's... I don't know if there were any ribbits nearby. There is that long, thin stretch of land right there where we jumped to. Where our head is. That's covered in poison stuff. I don't think ribbit grapple is going to help with that. Let's see here. Also, what is that? Is that going to lead us deeper, or is that the other side area that the map suggests? Find your way deeper to meet Dr. Lee at the Black Ocean. Ooh, Black Ocean. That sounds kind of ominous. Oh. Ah, well, there he is. Friends, might I congratulate you? With each new link, greater understanding. Dr. Lee, did you, are you feeling okay? Yeah, you were talking kind of weird. I am fit as a fiddle. What is a fiddle? Oh yes, an instrument for music. Another name for a violin, but with stylistic connotations. That's good. Did you hear something from the surface? Oh, no, it's not that. Quite the opposite, in fact. What? There is something I need to show you. I didn't know it would matter before, but I think it would matter to you. It's very urgent, or maybe not? I just need to show you. What is it, Dr. Lee? Keep going. Deeper. Meet me on the shores of the Black Ocean. But wait, why can't you... The Black Ocean! See you there, goodbye! Running in place, slowly... slowly, I don't know, tumbling down into the abyss. Well, hopefully that will make sense later. Are you not worried about what just happened? I mean, yeah, what he said was weird, but his disappearance? Well, he mentioned some place called the Black Ocean, right? Maybe if we keep traveling, we'll reach it. Sure, sounds like a plan. Does it? This Dr. Lee character is certainly acting strangely. Just what does he want with you, Rio, Ingwen, and Amy? Did he do something to them? Is he the reason they're gone? So, I mean, the Observer, the whole framing story is that the Observer is remembering these events after the fact. And maybe for some reason they just forgot? I mean, that seems to be what happened. But maybe they just don't remember that they created this Dr. Lee in the first place, because clearly, I mean, it's not the real Dr. Lee. That much has been pretty obvious, even on our first meeting. But, I mean, if that Dr. Lee thing has not been created by Sephonie, then what created it, right? Anyway, do I move on and risk... Oh, I forgot that I rebound that button. And do I move on in that obvious direction there? Risking not being able to return right away? Because there are definitely like a thing or two that I could do here. Via backtracking. Ah, what the heck, right? Who even says that we can't return? Also, sneaky items? Anywhere? Man, I would really like to get to one of those other types of collectibles that we've seen. Like, we saw that spinning cube somewhere. And, well, all the way back on the surface, where technically if we could get back there, with the help of the ribbons, we should be able to actually make it to the treetops there. And there was that round red orb. Well, a round orb, yeah, but, you know, red glowing orb thing. Hello, can we return? We can actually return from here. Oh. And this is indeed layer 3. And there is no room for a layer 4, for a layer 5. You already see that there is a layer 4 below us. Go find your way deeper to meet Dr. Lee at the Black Ocean. I mean, Black Ocean must be layer 4, right? Because that one's black. We also don't currently have a little question mark, quest marker on the map to tell us exactly where to go. Also, these are the things that I was literally just talking about. I think it was one of those. So what are they? Oh, they kill you. What? Wait. They're death? Maybe it's not the same thing that we saw on that tree. Maybe it was different. It looked more, I don't know, radiant and not so... Oh, hello, camera. Interesting. Yeah, not like such a, you know, clearly, like a clear sphere. What is going on here? What is that? No explanation given at all. Then we just dash through that. I mean, no, I can't dash while on the ground, that's the problem. Jump, dash, nope, jump, dash, jump. Right next to it. Jump, dash. Okay, no. This is where I wouldn't mind a tutorial, to be honest. Oh, you can jump on this wall. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Or maybe this is the Black Ocean? It's kind of dark-ish. What are you? Huh? What is that? Oh. That is a less, I don't know, translucent version of the Sephonie avatar? So this is where we actually met? No, wait. That's a weird fusion of the Sephonie avatar and the Dr. Lee copy. Thank you for coming. Dr. Lee, what's happening? Your body... Ah, I should probably start with that. You're not really Dr. Lee, are you? Huh? What? Amy with the analytical mind is figuring things out. Ah, now I remember. How embarrassing. Dr. Lee, that was me. Ah, it was you all along. Okay. So not some even greater mystery. I mean, it's mysterious enough as it is, right? All these things that are happening, not exactly normal. It was never my intention to deceive them. Dr. Lee was a manifestation of my desire to interact with them more directly, in a human way. Loose data of a real human pulled from their recent collective memories. Yeah, that makes sense. I explained to them what I have told you already, that I'm Sephonie Island. By linking with my ecosystem via Onyx, all of our minds, our beings had begun to intertwine, our fates, our cares, commingling. Thankfully, they weren't angry. They had already begun to know me. Wait, this is my transfer, isn't it? Yeah, maybe you should get off the train. I don't know. Don't know about this whole train metaphor going on. Ah, okay, now it changed completely into its observer form. It's a pleasure to meet you, Sephonie, or I guess we keep meeting parts of you again and again in different ways? Huh. It's an honor to be here. This is really a groundbreaking moment, isn't it? This is not what I was expecting when I took on this mission. But I'm grateful for the goodwill that you've extended to the three of us. We'll try to do right by you. Thank you all for your understanding. Doctor, Sephonie, it sounded like you had something else you wanted to tell us. Ah, yes. This is perhaps even harder for me to say. But with how I am feeling towards all of you, there's no way to avoid it any longer. Yes? This place is special, isn't it? I can feel when you're linking. Ingwen's face lights up with joy, Rio's stomach flutters with excitement, Amy's heart swells with determination and pride. Every part of Sephonie is interconnected, adapting and reacting to create an improvisational orchestra of matter and energy. But now that you three are here, each from distant corners of the earth, I see that I am part of a much bigger conversation. Amy, Ingwen, Rio, your world is in grave danger, and I am destined to be the agent of your downfall. What? Yeah, exactly. Is Sephonie? Oh. Deep within the bowels of this cave system lies a deadly virus known as Null. For many millennia, Null has been locked in an escalating battle with every other part of myself. Much of what I am, the wonders you have witnessed, were forged from this eternal feud, biological ingenuity sparked under threat of annihilation, and in return Null has grown strong and ravenous. That's kind of a twist I hadn't seen coming, an actual big bad. Soon, around 50 solar years from now, Null will finally win. It will overwhelm me and spread through the entire world, leaving little biodiversity in its wake. Many, perhaps most humans will die, along with countless other species. I mean, that's kind of already happening, even without this super virus thing. No. How could you possibly know that? Ah, well, if you move to clap your hands, will they meet in the middle and make a sound? You cannot know for certain, but still you trust your body. Unbelievable. But please hear me out. I believe that the three of you might be the key to altering your fate, altering our fate. Go on. Humans have battled viruses before, haven't they? If the three of you were to link with Null and take that data back to your laboratories, back to your communities, then maybe we could create a vaccine before Null overpowers you. Exactly. Perhaps you could see something that I could not. So let's do it. Let's link with Null. It's not that easy, of course not. It's already a constant struggle to keep Null in check, to allow you to get close enough to link with it while still preventing it from devouring you. We will need to have a stronger, more nuanced connection. What would that entail? Like linking with, I don't know, 3 more key species or something? Already in your journey you have linked with 2 of my key species, Thraskias and Pomelia, as you named them. Think of them like your own vital organs. Each of them plays a special role in my body. There are 3 more key species. Link with all of them, and we will be ready to face Null. How do we know that we can trust you? Oh, really? I mean, all that I'm asking is for us to know each other. From there, trust will find its level. Huh. Well, I'm in. Ingwen? I mean, weren't we going to link more anyway? We should definitely link more, but what if we don't have time for all this before we're rescued? Couldn't we just explain the situation? Rio brings up a good point. Trying to convince our superiors of all this is going to be a long shot. I'm still having a hard time with it myself. But if something could save billions of lives, I just think... this will be hard, won't it? Even if I could convince Taiwan of the impending danger, that sway would not hold in the international community. It's hard enough for 3 people to agree on anything. I understand, Ingwen. I'm just trying to be realistic. I know. Well, all of us want to keep linking, so we'll just start from there, right? Yeah. Yeah, looks like it. Strange that no one has come for us yet, but I guess it gives us an opportunity. I mean, I suppose if someone had come for you on the surface, you wouldn't know. Maybe they don't even care. What was that, Ingwen? Oh, sorry, nothing. Oh, sure they care, but, you know, give them time. So you have decided. Perfect. I can't wait for us to be more closely linked. But there's something that I can feel within your bodies. You hunger for sunlight and fresh air, and food, probably. Please return to the surface now and rest. I wasn't thinking about that at all, but now that you mention it... You don't have to tell me twice. Are you gonna teleport me to the surface, or... Huh, we'll see, I guess. Sephonie? It looks like they're gone. Yeah. Well then, I'd say it's time for a rest. Let's go back to the surface. From now on... Oh, return. Get the return to surface ability. Nice. From now on, you have the option to return to surface from the pause menu. Return to the surface regularly to relax and explore. Can we also return to any given stratum from the surface? That would be nice. Also, checkpoint. Oh, interesting. This is actually stratum 4, or whatever. You see new abilities to explore the domain of Sephonie's third key species on layer 1. I see. Okay, cool, yeah. Actually, those have now been added on the map. 3 more branching paths from each of the layers that we've been to. Well, we haven't really been to much of layer 3. We've just briefly passed through. And it looks like layer 4 is actually just where we're going to eventually encounter the null species. Okay. Null species, null virus. The virus called null, I guess. Whatever. The real question, of course, is there anything... Oh, camera, please. Is there anything to find here? Any hidden items? Can we wall run here? Well, maybe, but not like that. It looks like eventually those platforms are probably gonna rise, allowing us to cross over, and it looks like maybe that structure over there is hollow and we'll fall down and reach the very depths of the island from there. Oh, I don't know why I just expected to actually have more different sub-levels to explore, I guess. But I mean, we've seen most of levels 1 and 2, I suppose. Minus some areas we haven't been able to access. And we have... Well, I guess we haven't really seen most of layer 3, probably. But, well, there might be more to level 4 as well. Or to whatever level links to this one. Anyway, it's maybe not such a long game, but that's not a problem. Return to surface for now. Sure. Yeah. Okay, that brings us back here. Can we... Oh, wait. Does not look like we can actually return to any other layers. But we can return to the surface. Night fell as the trio returned to the surface and found that the barrier snow no longer caused painful onyx interference. In fact, now it felt cool and refreshing, like a sweet spring rain. When Ingwen closed her eyes and felt the soft, glowing clusters melting against her face, she suddenly laughed and understood. Face mites! What? Rio and Amy turned back towards her. The data from bronchial anemone thruskias must have caused our face mites to evolve. Oh, yeah, of course, that's what I thought, Ingwen said. I can sense them gobbling up the barrier snow, protecting us. That's gross, Rio said, but all of them laughed and felt grateful for the calm of the moonlight and the expanse of the starry sky, filtered though they were by the gently glowing barrier overhead. The next morning. What shall we do now? I feel Sephonie calling out to us from the first caverns we explored, around where we first met Dr. Lee and encountered Thruskias. Right, let's go. The current goal has been updated. Open the pause menu map if you ever want to know where to head next. I mean, that was kind of already updated, yeah. But there is an option to just turn off the map and the next destination marker completely. So it's nice that the game gives you a hint in dialogue form, basically, if you want to play without those markers. But I mean, they're very unintrusive, and the map is, you know, is what it is. It gives you a very, very rough idea of the various areas of the game and how they're connected. But that's it, and I feel like, you know, that's perfectly fine. Anyway, plus I'm a huge fan of maps anyway. The more detailed, the better, but this is perfectly serviceable, of course. Well, I'm gonna end the episode here, obviously. We made some very meaningful progress this time, that's very nice. And we can absolutely go ahead and check out that upper area now, and maybe reach that glowy thing on the tree and see if that is one of those things that just kills you, or if it's something more, well, interesting, I guess. Yeah, we'll find that out next time. As always, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye!